Hi, this is Miss Stewart. So I'm here in my own personal art studio to give you a step-by-step guide on how to do the activity that we're having in class today. Now, of course, I might be circulating around the room, answering different questions, taking people's thoughts and ideas. That's why I have this video so that I can show you how to still do the project while helping every single body at the same time. So, please pay attention. I will play the video again, but follow along. I will not pause because I'm still rotating around the room and I'm answering questions and comments, all right? So here's what you'll need to have. You'll need to have your construction paper, however many was handed out to you, or however many colors and sheets to represent your characteristics. You should have scissors, and you should have a glue stick. When we're all done, you're going to use a Sharpie or a marker to help complete the I am statements that are all about your characteristics. So now I'm going to switch the screen down so that you can see mostly my hands walking us step by step, but make sure that you're looking and that you're listening. Looking at what I'm doing with my hands and the construction paper and the scissors, and also listening for the directions. Okay, I have my art studio table set up and ready for everybody to see. I'm going to start off with my purple construction paper. That is going to be my base construction paper, all right? My foundation. This is where I'm starting. Next, I'm going to pick my second color, which is going to be blue, and I'm going to place it right on top of my purple paper. They're going to match, okay? Nothing is going too high or too low. They literally match right on top of each other. So go ahead and do that. Cool. Now you should have two colors right on top of each other. Now I'm going to rip a part of my blue or my top construction paper so that a little bit of the purple is going to come through. So I'm keeping my hand posted on the blue construction paper or my top color, and then I am going to rip off, and it doesn't have to be neat. It can be highs and lows, peaks and valleys. And I'm ripping off a piece at the top so I can still see the purple construction paper right here. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys enough time to do that. While you guys are ripping that piece off, I'm going to start to glue this blue piece to my purple piece. So while you guys are ripping, I'm going to glue my blue piece to my purple piece. Hopefully you'll notice that I'm only gluing the edges. 1, it saves glue. 2, it saves time. All right, so glue the edges. All right, and this part can be up just a little bit. Okay. So now the blue is glued right on top of the purple. I'm going to start with my next color, which is green. Once again, I'm going to put the color right on top. All right, so that all of the corners match up to the base construction paper. So now my green is right on top, like matching the purple. And I'm going to look to see where I'm going to start ripping so that parts of my blue can show, right? So I want to rip right underneath. Once again, highs and lows, and it can be the same distance. It doesn't have to be the same width. It can be bigger, it can be smaller. This part really depends on you. But as you start to rip, you should be able to see the purple and the blue in the background. So now I have purple, blue, and green showing. Once again, I am going to glue the edges of the construction paper. Saves time, saves glue. Go ahead and take a look. I will pause this for a second so that you can continue to catch up. I'll give us about 10 seconds and then I'm moving on to the next step. All right, should be about 10 seconds, so I'm going to keep going. Once again, I should physically be in the classroom right now, circulating, helping anybody who has questions, and I really do encourage you to help each other, especially if one of you knows and the other person doesn't, and you're sitting right next to each other. Work together, work as a team, you got this. Okay, my next color is yellow. I'm going to put yellow right on top of the entire thing, right? Another reason why you want to save on glue is because when you keep layering like this, the glue, you don't want the glue to like end up being so messy that it gets stuck to the top paper, okay? So just be really careful. So once again, I matched my new color up with my base construction paper. I'm going to look to see what parts are showing, what parts I'd like to show, and I'm going to start right underneath the green so that I still have about an inch or an inch or two of green show up. By this time, you should start to get the hang of it. I selected, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors, but I think I might only have room for 2 more. So it's all good because guess what? All of the characteristics are still representative of me. I'm just going to do what makes sense. I don't want it to be a squeeze little section at the end. So I might just do 1 or 2 more. And then I'm going to stop. Plus, it's good to save paper. So remember, put those scraps in a nice, neat pile so the person who's collecting can move quickly through the desks and collecting all the papers. Once again, make sure your scraps are in one neat pile. So my yellow scrap, my green scrap, my blue scrap. My 6th, 7th, and 8th graders are doing a collage unit, so all of these scrap papers I will absolutely recycle and use. So please put them in a pile at the top of your desk or at a pile on your desk that's out of your way for a person to collect. All right, I'm moving on. Orange paper, once again, goes right on top. You should start to get the hang of it now. Match and match. Look to see that you can see all your colors underneath. Boom. Rip. And aha. The fun thing about this project too is that while you're ripping, you're making the inverse happen with your other sheets of paper. I'll be able to tell you what I mean in just a few moments. All right, last but not least, I think I have enough equal space that I can do a small red for my name, right? So remember, this last piece is going to be your name. Matching it up, looking to see where it is, holding it steady. I dropped the glue cap. All right. Now, a small little piece for my name. All right, now I'm gonna glue that part down, making sure any peaks are glued down too. Then voila, okay? You should have a few layers. Once again, I edited based upon how much space I was creating when I ripped. I should have enough characteristics to describe me. So it shouldn't be a problem if I get rid of some. Now I just got to figure out which ones are my best ones to show in my artwork. Remember, this last one should be for your name. So I am next going to show you how you can write your name within each margin so that it takes up the entire space and also looks really interesting. So here's part 2. Part 2 includes the list of things to represent myself. Here are some of the things that represent who I am. Probably backwards for you, but it is forward for me. So, I said that I am a leader. I am thoughtful. I'm brave. I'm generous. I'm independent. I am determined. I'm protective. So, I listed so many things that make up who I am. Now I just need to pick my number 1 things. But before I even pick my number 1 things, I'm going to start to do my name here at the bottom so that I don't accidentally go into that area. So with your Sharpie, you are going to highlight or outline your areas. Now, this is an artistic choice. I like it when it looks bold, and so each part looks like boom, 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 and the Sharpie helps to emphasize that. But if you want to skip this step, you can. If you're somebody that's going to skip this step, just wait 10 seconds, and then you'll be able to catch up. I'll be able to catch up with everything. All right, so I just outlined it. And then now I'm going to write I am and then my name. So I am. It's cool because this peak right here kind of looks like an A anyway. And I'm just filling it all the way in. I am Mrs. I'm married. Mrs. Oh, some of it's starting to lift up, so I'm going to go back later and glue that. Stewart. Oh, I'm running out of space. Let me be really thoughtful about how I'm putting my last letters, because I have a few letters in Stewart. Oh, running out of space. Ah, good. I fit it. It actually looks really cool and wacky. So once again, start off with your name, and it has to be an I am statement. An I am statement. So I am Miss Stewart. And then I'm going to glue that part down. So while you're working on that, I'm going to move on to the next part, which is I am, and then it's another characteristic. So continue wherever you are, whether you're doing the outline or you're doing your name, you're going to make sure that it fills it all the way in, okay? So my I and my am, they're all the way at the top and all the way at the bottom, okay? It makes it look really cool, and then it also forces people to look at your artwork to figure out what it's saying. And of course, we promote people looking at our artwork. So my next level will be I am a leader. And that has a different kind of I. I am a I'll make my R really big because I had a lot of extra space. I am a leader. So you're just building on top, going one by one. You can also start at the top and work your way down. There's no order choice, okay? So now I'm gonna do I am thoughtful. All right, just be really careful. Think about how long some words are. Thoughtful was a really long word, so I knew I needed some space to write that. Another tip or recommendation, and I hope that you guys are sharing them amongst each other, is do this in pencil first, right? Before you commit to writing with a Sharpie and it's permanent and you can't do the project all over again because you probably have a few more minutes left of class, one way to help with that is just doing it with your pencil first. I'm going to do the next one. I am brave. Ooh, I gotta make my R pretty big because I have way too much space for brave. Brave. I am generous. Okay, so now you should have a nice finished product. Should be something that is relatively quick. I wouldn't say 5 minutes quick, but if you take your time, help each other out, work smart, not hard, you can definitely have a nice complete finished piece. Good luck, and remember, either use your Post-its or raise your hand while Miss Stewart is walking around, or while I am walking around. Make sure that you have fun and you clean up on time. So please, 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 while you are doing what you're doing, put your materials at the top of your desk so that somebody can collect them. Make sure that your recycled papers is in a nice, neat pile, especially the ones that you didn't use. You might as well put that underneath and make it kind of like the bucket holder for all the other ones. Take your glue stick and your marker and put it at the top of your table for somebody to collect. Your artwork, I hope it's amazing. I bet you it is.